to our YouTube channel. I'm Teacher Ma from Can Go Study, and for this video, we're going to cover the complex fraction calculations. But before we're doing the complex ones, let's do a revision about the fraction multiplication first. So starting off with a very simple one, which is 3 over 8 times 5 over 8. Let's tell me how to calculate this. Hey, very good. You should times the numerator with numerator and denominator times with denominator. So we get just 3 times 5 and 8 times 8. And next, we will get the answer, which is 15 over 64. Here we have another one. But before we multiply the numerator together and denominator together, what should we do before that? A very good observation. We can actually simplify it. But what can be simplified? The 21 with the denominator can be simplified with a numerator, another number's numerator, which is 7. And then what we get will be 3 and 1. And the 10 and 5 can also be simplified. We get equals to 2 and 1. So after that, we see what we have is just 2 over 3 times 1 over 1. That will be much more easy calculation. And what we get is just 2 over 3. Problem solved. So for fraction multiplications, the first step we should do is check, can we simplify or not? So first step, simplify and then multiply. After that, next level, we have fraction divisions. For fraction divisions, can we directly simplify or multiply the numerator together? Cannot, because when we times the numerator together, that's for multiplication. That's not for division. So we need to change it. As in previous video, we learned to change division into multiplication, we actually need to flip the number in the right side. So divide a fraction is actually equivalent to time its reciprocal. So that's how we do it. So 5 over 7, it should be equivalent to times 13 over 6. And then next step is multiply. Multiply together, and then eventually we get 65 over 42. But here we have another example, which is 48 over 49 divided by 12 over 7, which is a quite big number calculation. Now, we still have a division, so we need to change it first. After that, we have 48 over 49 times 7 over 12. So what should be the next step? Should we multiply together? The next step, remember, is actually simplify. What can we simplify? 48 and 12, 49 and 7. So you can simplify with 7 and get 7 and 1. And also 12 and get 4 and 1. So what we left with just 4 over 7 times 1. And then eventually 4 over 7. That's it. But very importantly, we cannot simplify at the very beginning because that is a division. We need to change into multiplication first. Let's move on to the next level. Here what we have is just not simply a fraction, but it's a mixed number. So how to find the reciprocal of a mixed number? And we can see it's very hard for us to find a reciprocal for a mixed number, but it's very easy for us to find a reciprocal for an improper fraction. So what we need to do in advance is we need to change it to an improper fraction. But how to change it? 7 over 8 divided by 8. This time we need to use the whole number part times the denominator because the 7, we can think of it as 7 of 12 units. And then we plus the remaining 7 units, give us the numerator. And then over 12, the denominator doesn't change. So that's how we change a mixed number into improper fraction. And then after that, we find it is actually 7 over 8 divided by 91 over 12. But can we simplify at this stage? No, we cannot, because that's still division. That's not multiplication first. So we need to change into multiplication. Next step, we need to separate into 2 separate steps. And then what we have? Can we simplify now? Yes, we can. So 7 and 91, we can simplify to get 1 and 13. And 12 and 8, we can simplify with 2 and 3. After that, we can find the answer, which is 3 over 26. Problem solved. So let's do a summary of the steps we are taking. If we have mixed number, what should we do first? For fraction calculations, every time if we have a mixed number, we need to change the mixed number into improper first. And then next stage, it should be what stage? Check. If we have division, what should we do? And we should change into multiplication. And then the following stage, third stage, is then we can simplify. Because we can only simplify in the multiplication stage. And lastly is multiply. The numerators, denominators. 4 stages to solve the problem. So let's try to apply this calculation to this calculation over here. The next step. Over here, we have a lot of mixed numbers. So what should be the first step? Yes, change mixed number into improper fraction. So what we do is just change all of it and keep the division. Don't change it first. We're just doing the first stage. And then what we get will be 14 over 13 divided by 21 over 3 and times 13 over 3. At this stage, we still have division. So what should be the second stage? A, change the division into multiplication. But which one should we change? Should we change the first number? I know, because that's in the left side of the calculation. Should we change the second number? Yes, because in front of that, that's a division. Should we change the third number? I know, that's a multiplication in front of the number. So we only change the middle number, which because the division sign is in front of him. And then what we get will be this calculation. Next stage, what is it? Simplify. Yes, what can be simplified? We can simplify actually 14 and 21, they can be simplified with 7, we get 2 and 3. And then 13 and 13, 3 and 3. After we cancel all of it, very satisfied, we get just the numerator get one number of 2, and the denominator is just 3. So the answer is just 2 over 3. So problem solved. So by following the fourth stage, we can actually calculate this very fast. And let's move on to next level. Here we have a very long calculation. Let's read it first. 1 over 2 divided by 3 over 2 times 3 over 4 divided by 5 over 4 times times 99 over 100 divided by 101 over 100. That's a whole long calculation. If we calculate one by one all the way to 101, it will be very troublesome. But let's see what we can do by following our stages. First, do we have a mixed number? And no, we do not have a mixed number, so first stage passed. Next stage, we have a lot of divisions, so we need to change division into multiplications. So which one should we change? The first number should we change? And no, first number don't change. Second number should we change? Yes, because it divides by 3 over 2, so we need to change into times its reciprocal, which is 2 over 3. And third number don't change. Fourth number, 5 over 4, we need to change it. We need to flip it. And then 99 over 100, we don't change, but 11, 101 and 100, we need to change it. Because in front of that, there's a division. So after that, we have reshaped this calculation to such thing like this. Still, we have a lot of multiplications. If we calculate one by one, that will be very troublesome. But what should be actually the next stage? Should we multiply the next stage? Actually, it should be simplified. What can be simplified? A very good observation, we can see the 2 and 2, 3 and 3, 4 and 4, 5 and 5, next 5, and all the way to which number? All the way to 99, and also which number? And also 100. So very satisfying, we can cancel all the numbers all the way to 100. How about 101? Can we cancel that? You cannot, because that will be the last number, and there is no more numerator that is equal to 101. So in this case, what we left is just the numerator 1, and the denominator 101. So the answer is just 1 and over 101. You see, this calculation seems to be very hard, but following our stages, it's actually very simple. So for every fraction calculations, we can follow our stages, 4 stages. And now, for more practices, you can try to do those 3 questions and you can type the answer in the comment section below. You can pause here for a while and try yourself. After that, if you have more questions about PSLE, you can try to scan the QR code to join our study group or contact me directly. And see you in the next video. Bye!